body. I mean, we'll still get a nice overall workout, but focusing more on the shoulder area, biceps, working the core, and we'll continue with that kind of little cardio aspect to our Yoga Fit style. So if you do have a block or your book handy, let's just jump right in. So you'll grab your block or book, and if you don't have it, you can just do this kind of just holding your hands about shoulder distance apart. So we'll start with holding the block or book if you have it or whatever it is. And we're just gonna gently squeeze the block with our palms. And then just start to feel a little bit of a separation between the shoulder blades. So it's kind of like you're pushing the block away, not rounding crazy into the upper back yet, but just feeling kind of that length, that separation. And keep the core intact here, so we're still really strong through the center of the body. And then now we're going to lower the block down towards the earth, and now we start to really round into the upper back. So feel that separation happening more, like you're pushing the block or the book away from the body. And I want you to kind of round in, really pull the belly button into the spine. So you'll feel a little bit deeper rounding. And then we're going to rise it back up, continue with that rounding, and we hold it in line with the chest. So we're here for a count of 5, for 4, right? The more you squeeze or contain, the more you're going to feel this. Last 2 and 1. And then we reach it all the way up towards the sky, right? You can bring your gaze up or keep it forward. And again, we're here for a count of 5. Right? So this is not really about intensity. We're just starting to kind of warm up the muscles. Wake up the area in and around the shoulder girdle. Okay, let's lower back down here in line with the chest. And now we bend the elbows. Right, so probably a little hard to see my face here, but we're just bending the elbows. I don't want you to touch the elbows together, but they're going to come a little closer together. We're bending and we're holding, and then we find that rounding into the upper back. So really kind of that pushing away, belly button pulls in, so you should be able to see it here. And we're here for just a few more seconds. Okay, let's reach up towards the sky. Find that length, straighten the arms, take a big breath in, and then exhale. Keep the arms straight as we lower the block down towards the earth. Right, tap the earth, and then lift it back in line with the chest. Bend at the elbows, like a squeezing of the elbows coming together, but I don't want them to touch. Round into the upper back, pull the belly in. And then we do that again. Reach up towards the sky, big breath in. Exhale, lower, tap the block to the earth. And then back in line with the chest. Last one here, bend the elbows, squeeze together, round into the upper back. You might start to feel kind of the lighting up if you don't already. Mine are feeling it. And then we release, reach to the sky, big breath in. And then exhale, go ahead, just lower the block down. And let's move it off towards the side. We're going to come onto our backs right away, getting ready for our bridge pose. Right? We've done this now every class so far, so hopefully you've been here with me. Setting the feet up, right, hip distance apart. And we just start to lift the hips up to the sky. Right? Remember your check-in. The belly and the ribs are pulling down. And for this version today, we're going to bend at the elbows. So we push the backs of the arms into the mat and make little fists here with the palms. So it's like the fists are pointing up towards the sky. And this is more just to get the brain connected to the muscles in the upper back. So start to really feel the back of the shoulders into the earth. And just a little gentle squeeze of the shoulder blades kind of coming together. All right, not overly active, but just feeling that connection. And then same rule of thumb, we're squeezing the glutes. We're warming up the glutes here because they are our powerhouse. They're going to help carry us through some of the movement today. And we're using our core for stability. Take a nice big breath in. And then exhale, go ahead, release down. All right, palms alongside the body. Stack the knees over top of the hips. We get ready for our core activation this morning. We're just going to hinge from the hip here. So let's start by tapping the left heel down towards the mat. And then bring it back to center. Right, we'll switch sides. So it's not a big activation. Right heel taps and then back to center. Right, keep the knees over the hips. Switch sides. Left heel, inhale, exhale. All right, keep moving. So your practice, your time here, if you want to amp it up, then we just start to straighten out the leg to tap and then back to center. All right, you find your version, tap. All right, we got a few more cycles. All right, last option here to amp it up, reach the hands overhead. All right, remember, there's no right or wrong way to do this. It's just finding the version here that is gonna really serve you this morning. What does your body need today? All right, not yesterday or last week. What do you need in this moment? Let's do one more here. Make sure you finish on the right side. And then we pull the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. You can rock a bit from side to side. And then we make our way back up. Tabletop shape is our next stop. So now that the body is starting to get a little bit warmer, we'll continue with activating through the core and getting the upper body ready. So tabletop shape, find your foundation first. Right, it's really important that as we move through our practice that we're doing it safely. Right, so the core is active, arms are straight. And then we're going to tuck the toes and we start to hover the knees off the mat. So this is going to wake up the core even more. Knees are hovering. I'm pushing the earth away, but I'm not really rounding in the upper back. I'm not letting my chin tuck. I'm still keeping that long line from the back of the head all the way down to the tailbone. You can imagine that staying connected, like you could balance something on your back here without it falling off. Okay, keep the knees bent. We're going to shift the hips up and back. So now we got this nice short stance and a bent knee down dog. And we're just going to pivot the heels over towards the right. So it's like a little twist here. Heels go to the right. The hips kind of sink over to the side. And then we come back to center and we do it to the other side. Heels drop to the left, little twist. And we keep moving here from side to side. Right, taking your time. And then you can make it a little bit faster. Let's do one more each side. So opening through the ribs and just getting the body ready for some bigger movement. Come back to center. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Ragdoll shape at the back of the mat. So really bending into the knees, belly to the thighs. You can grab for opposite elbows and take a gentle little sway here from side to side. You can shake the head yes or no. And then back to center, find a halfway lift. So as we straighten out the legs, the palms come up to the shins. Let's look forward to the top of the mat. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, high push-up pose. Walk the hands out. And land into your plank shape. Feel the engagement. The full body's active, squeezing the glutes. Pushing the earth away. And then we walk the feet all the way up towards the hands. Let's come to the top of the mat. Take a halfway lift, palms to shins, big breath in, and then exhale, fold. All right, we're going to find our chair pose next, dropping into the hips. Let's reach the hands up to start, and then you're going to bring the hands together, not in front of the chest, but the elbows kind of connect. So you see the palms are away from my body, and you see this nice contained shape here. I'm not sticking the bum out. I'm kind of pulling it in and down. And then we're going to take a step to the left. So left toes off of the mat. As we step, elbows go wide. And then we come back to center. Elbows pull in, feet touch. Right? Again, step to the left, open. And then back to center, close. All right, keep moving. Inhale, exhale. Find your rhythm. Start to pick up the pace. We get right into our cardio this morning. Going a nice controlled pace here. Maybe taking out the pause a little bit at center. Last 3, 2, and then final one here. Come back, chair pose, drop into the hips. See if you can sink a little bit lower. Take a big breath in, and then exhale, let's fold. Plant the fingers down, left foot steps back, low lunge shape. Keep the toes tucked as we lower the knee down. Remember, it's not a large stance. We're staying connected and really supported through our base. Start to roll the shoulders out here. Just one at a time. Just encouraging any of those little maybe cracks or kinks that need to happen here to start to work their way out. Okay, back to center. Lower the hands down. We're going to step it back. High push-up pose. All right, firm through your core. Get your foundation. And then we're going to modify by lowering the knees down. Keep the toes tucked and stay really strong here through the glutes, through the low body. Right, instead of rounding into the upper back, imagine like the shoulders are just settling into space. All right, we're going to take a really mini half push-up. So bend at the elbows and lower just a couple inches, not far. It's not even a half push-up. And then we straighten out the arms. We do that again, lower a few inches and then straighten out the arms. It's almost like a little pulse here. Do it again, coming to center. Straighten out the arms, lift the knees. And we're going to drop the heels to the right, and then we lower the knees back down. So now it's kind of like we're stacking the knees together, and the right hip is towards the earth. So you're in a little twist, pull the belly in, active through the core, and then 3 push-ups. Lower a couple inches, and then straighten out the arms. Right, again, lower. It's like a little pulse down, and we pulse up. Right, one more here. Straighten out the arms, back to center, step back, high push-up pose. Other side, heels to the left, lower the left knee down, stack the knees, pull the belly in. So we got our twist and then our 3 push-ups here, right? Lowering and lifting. I find these pulses a lot more challenging than just doing a half push-up. Last one, back to center, tuck the toes, and we lower to the belly with control, one long line. All right, sweep the hands back behind you. Our locust pose, everything hovers. We get a little break here for the shoulders, for the arms. Find your length, activate the glutes, full breath in, and then it'll be a downward facing dog. So hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift the hips up. Now walk the hands back towards the feet. We come all the way to the back of the mat. When you arrive, halfway lift, hands to shins, look forward, high push-up pose. Walk the hands back out. Connect first into your plank. Stay for an inhale. So we firm up, and then we walk the feet all the way towards the top of the mat, just like we did before. Hands come to the shins, halfway lift, breathing in. And then it's our chair pose. Drop the hips, bend at the elbows, palms connect. Remember, the hands are away from the body. And we get ready for our squat, stepping off to the right, drop in, and then back to center, elbows together, right? Step right, elbows wide, and then back to center. And keep moving. Inhale, exhale. Goes a little bit faster, and then you find a pace, kind of like your squat dance here, moving at your rhythm. We build the heat. Let's do 3 more. 3, last 2. And then final one, come back to center. See if you can sit the hips a little bit lower and then fold forward to release. Halfway lift, hands to shins. Fingertips come down, step the right toes back, low lunge shape, right? Short stance as we drop the knee down. This time just letting the hands dangle, right? We're not resting here. We're still active. Pull the thighs in towards one another and then just start to swing the arms. Again, just kind of loosening up the space around the shoulders, finding a little release. Last 3, 2, and then when you're done, hands come down, high push-up pose. We get ready for the push-up version here. You're more than welcome to keep the knees lifted if you have it in you this morning. I'm going to lower my knees down, stay active through the legs, through the glutes, and then little pulses. Those 3 mini push-ups, lowering, couple inches, straighten out the arms. All right, 2 more. Lower down and straight. Don't let the elbows flare out here. I want you to keep the elbows hugging into the body. So it's more of a chaturanga push-up. Tucking the toes, lift the knees. Let's start by coming left this time. Lower the left knee down. Find your twist, belly pulls in. And then 3 little push-ups. Elbows continue to hug in, right? We don't flare out to the side. And our core is active, right? Once you're done your 3, back to center, switch sides. Right heels or heels to the right, knees come down, and then your 3 push-ups. Right, check in with the head. Make sure you're not dropping the chin down. You should be almost done here. Last set for me. Back to center, plank pose from knees or toes, lower to the earth with control. Locust shape, arms sweep back, find our release. We're lengthening. Remember, it's not about height. It is about just reaching from the top of the head to the toes. Take a big breath in. And now it's our downward facing dog, hands under the shoulders. Let's push up here, leading with the core. All right, down dog stance. Walk the feet a little closer in towards the hands. So we got a short stance. And then we're going to lift that right leg up towards the sky. Keep the pelvis neutral here. Keep pushing the earth away. And then you're going to rise onto the left toes. So we lift the heel and then we lower down. So you can stay with these little heel lifts, or if you have it in you, start to take little hops. So we're actually kind of kicking up and hopping here. It's like a down dog hop. And the most important thing here, if you're hopping, is that top leg, the right leg, is really steady, really strong. Right, last one, right foot steps forward, crescent lunge. So the right foot's to the top of the mat, and then we're going to rise up here. Get into your stance. Remember, it doesn't matter if that back leg is straight. I'm going to keep my hands on my hips to start. I'm going to check in, right? Pull the chin back in space. Connect to the core. And then let's reach the left hand up towards the sky. So keep the right hand on the hip, left hand reaches. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, sweep the hand in front of the body. We pivot, side lunge. Lunge to the back of the mat. Place the palms or interlace the fingers on the thigh and then just little pulses up and down. This doesn't have anything to do with the upper body, but we want the glutes to be strong to carry us kind of through our hops, through some of our plank poses today. All right, let's do one more pulse. See if you can sit nice and low. Check in. Remember, weight is in the heel. We don't want the knee jutting forward. We want to lean back. Right, protect your joints here. And then with control, we come all the way around top of the mat for a forearm plank. Plant the palms down, and then we drop to the forearms one at a time. Connect, right? Squeeze the glutes, activate the entire body. And we're going to get ready for these little dolphin push-ups. So we're pushing the earth away. Hips go up and back this time. So it's kind of like a down dog, but it's our dolphin pose on our forearms. And then we shift forward, forearm plank. And then we shift back, hips to the sky. Right? Inhale forward. Exhale, lift the hips. Let's do 3 more cycles. Moving with your pace, with your own rhythm. All right, final one here. Come forward, forearm plank, Sphinx pose, lower the knees, the hips down. You have to walk the elbows out a little bit. We're pushing down into the earth, elbows under the shoulder. Heart is lifted. Catch our breath here. Just 2 cycles. Now last big breath in. And this time as we fold, right hand's going to reach forward. Left hand comes underneath the forehead. We're going to do this half Superwoman, Superman pose. Right arm hovers, left leg lifts. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, release down. All right, before we add, pull the core in. So low belly lifts off the earth, and then we lift. Right arm, left leg, inhale, exhale. All right, lift up here. This is where we hold. You're going to cactus the right arm. So bend at the elbow, elbows in line with the shoulder, and then we pulse the back leg and the right arm at the same time. Last 3, 2, and then 1. Release. Hands come down. Downward facing dog. Hips to the sky. Lift it up. Now walk the feet in a little bit closer. And this time, it'll be the left leg towards the sky. 3-legged down dog. You rise high onto the right toes, and then you lower the heel. Right? Stay with this, or we invite in our little hops. Right? Bending and pushing off the bottom leg. Maybe seeing if you can get some float time here in the air. Remember, top leg is strong and active, and so is the core. Right, last hop here. Step the left foot forward, crescent lunge. Get the feet set and then rise up. So those hops, that's our cardio. That's where the heart rate gets going. Connect here to the pelvis and then reach right hand up towards the sky. So got a lot of length through that right side. And then we come into our side lunge. Sweep the hand in front of the body. Pivot to the back of the mat. Side lunge to the right. Interlace the hands over the thigh. And then we pulse up and down. Right, not a big movement. Kind of catching our breath here. Last one. Drop into the right hip, hold it there. Look to the top of the mat. We pivot all the way around for our forearm plank. Plant the palms, step it back. Drop to the forearms. Right. Getting ready for those dolphin push-ups. We push the earth away, lift the hips up and back. Big breath in, and then exhale forward into your forearm plank. Inhale, dolphin. Exhale, your plank version. Keep moving. Okay, let's do 2 more rounds. Finding your rhythm, making sure the core is leading you through this activation. Back to center, forearm plank, and then our Sphinx pose. Lower the hips down, lower the knees, lift the heart. Check in with your foundation, right? Remember to avoid crunching into the low back. We have to use the core, push the pubic bone down, and lift the heart up. Take a big breath in, and then exhale. We fold forward, our Superwoman, Superman pose. Right hand under the forehead, left hand reaches forward. Hover, left hand or left arm, right leg. Take a big breath in, and then exhale, fold. Let it go. Use the core here. Low belly lifts up. Inhale, hover, exhale, release. Last one, hold it here. Lifting, and then we cactus the left elbow to the side, and we pulse the arm and the back leg. Last 3, 2, and then 1. Release. Hands under the shoulders. Downward facing dog. Hips to the sky. All right, we're almost there. Time's going fast. Walk the feet in a little bit closer. Shorten your down dog stance. And then we lift right leg towards the sky. Second set of hops here. Pushing off the left foot. Right, build up the cardio. Remember, it's just an option. If this doesn't work for you today, then just lifting the heel. Right? Crescent lunge, right foot steps forward, landing softly with intent, and then we reach up or rise up, hands to the hips. We're going to make this a little bit more dynamic. Left hand reaches towards the sky. Sweep into your side lunge. The arm comes in front of the body. We side lunge to the back, so we bend into the left knee. And now we come all the way towards the top of the mat, pivot onto the toes, left knee in towards the chest. Let's start off slow. And then we step back, side lunge, left leg, bending to the back, and then back to center, knee into chest. Okay, you can stay like that, or we add in a one-legged hop. So as we come forward, it's a push off and a hop. Side lunge, we pivot, and we hop. Keep moving. All right, if you haven't done this before, it might take a little bit for your body to kind of figure out that rhythm, but you got to get the shoulders and the pelvis working together here. Maybe we add in the hands, reaching high. Let's do 1 more here. This time as we come forward, standing stork, left knee into the chest. Get your stability. And then we transition all the way back into a warrior 1. So trace the leg back behind. Left toes land, 45-degree angle. Reach the hands up towards the sky. And then we cactus, arms off to the side. Elbows are in line with the shoulders. Take a big breath in. Exhale, we bring the elbows and the palms together in front of the heart. Little barbell. Inhale, open. Exhale to close it off. Right, again, it's not about this intense movement. It's about getting mobility while we build strength. Last one, open. Hold here in the cactus arms. Make fists and then little pulses up towards the sky. All right, if you have little weights at home, you can amp this up by having weights in your hand for this. We're not here for long. Last 2. And then final 1. Release the hands down. Step back into your high push-up pose. Land into our plank. Hold it here. Mountain climbers. Left knee to the chest. And then we step back. Right knee, step back. Keep switching, right? You can keep this pace, or we take out the pause and we pull the knees in 1 at a time. Our cardio push for 5, for 3, and 1. Step back plank, lower with control, all the way down. Reach both hands forward this time. Let's tie it all together. Connect to the core, getting ready for that Superwoman version. This time we hover arms and legs, holding, everything lifts, and we reach as far as we can, point through the toes. Keep reaching. Take a big breath in. Imagine like you have a barbell in front of you. Grab the barbell on the exhale. Bend the elbows so they go wide. Arms are cactus. We're squeezing the shoulders down. Re-lengthen. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend the elbows. Pull the barbell down. Few more cycles, right? You're in control here. The more that you kind of feel that intensity, the more you pull and activate the muscles, the harder this is. Final cycle here. Palms under the shoulders, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. All right, let's keep moving. We're almost done. We got to do that on the other side. All right, this is it. Left leg rises. You shorten up your stance first, and then we get ready, rising onto the right toes. Optional hops here. Final one. All right, the arms should be lighting up. I'm getting a little out of breath here. Last one. Crescent lunge, left foot forward. Get the feet set, and then rise up. All right, find your stability in your stance first. And then we get ready to finish this off. Right hand to the sky. We sweep towards the right, side lunge, bending into the right knee. And we pivot to the top of the mat, knee into the chest. All right, remember, you can start like that, or we take it out and we get ready for our hops as we come forward. Side lunge right, and then we hop, maybe adding the arms. All right, see if you can kind of make this your own. All right, try to find the coordination, the pelvis, the core, the body working together as one. Let's do one more full round. Next time the knee comes forward, standing stork, right knee in towards the chest. Get stable. And then warrior one, we step it back, landing the right toes behind you. For the whole foot's connected, 45-degree angle. And then we reach the hands up towards the sky. Cactus, the arms, elbows go wide. Squeeze the shoulders without puffing out the belly. Continue to pull in. Big breath in. And then exhale, elbows, palms touch. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. You're almost there. 2 more cycles. Let's catch our breath. This time as you open, let's hold. Make a little fist here, squeeze the fingers, and then pulse towards the sky. Just a few cycles. Really actively push through the feet so our legs are strong and working here. And then we release down, high push-up pose. Getting ready for our mountain climbers. Right knee into the chest. Step back, left knee. Right? Find your version. Maybe there's no pause and you're moving and the knees are pulling in. And you got a good count of 5 left here. It's our last push, so stay with me. For 3, 2, and 1. Step back, high push-up pose, lower to the belly with control. Last time, Superwoman. Straighten out the arms. And we get ready. On the inhale, hovering arms and legs. Remember, low belly. We still have a bit of connection there. Find your barbell, and then we pull it down, bend at the elbows. Inhale, reach. Exhale to pull it in. Keep moving. Few more cycles. Full breath in. Full breath out. You got it. Inhale. Exhale. Last one here. Bend the elbows. Lower down. Hands under the shoulders. And then let's push all the way up. Tabletop shape. Just walk the knees in so they're underneath the hips. Catch our breath here. Cat, cow. Let's move the spine. Drop the belly. Lift the heart. Big breath in. And then exhale. Round. Push the earth away. Inhale. Heart lifts. Exhale. Round it in. Okay, one more cycle. Big breath in. Big breath out. Come back to center. Nice neutral spine. Let's kind of pivot around into a seated shape. If you have time here, I would really encourage you to take a few moments to stretch out the chest. So you can lie on the floor and you can extend one arm out to the side at a time. So the wrist is in line with the shoulder, and then you roll up. All right, you can do the same thing against a wall. I'll show you guys really quick here. All right, remember, one arm at a time, T-shaped position. Wrist lines up with the shoulders, and then we can open the chest. I might just hang out here for a moment because this feels pretty good. So you find your way to cool it off, right? I'm going to keep my word and try to keep these classes closer to 30 minutes. If you're on the wall with me, switch sides, other arm goes long. If you're on the ground, you can just kind of hang out if you have the time. You don't have to rush the cool down. I'm going to make my way back to the mat. And you remember that this is your time. So you can close off your practice however you want. If you're in that nice little stretch, then go ahead and just stay there. If you want to finish with me seated or on the back, then go ahead and make your way there. Wherever you are, we start to draw in now. So I want you to close the eyes down and get really soft through the face, through the gaze. And then we come back to the breath. And one of the most challenging things I find is to go from that high intensity, that heat, to just kind of letting our body settle into all of that energy. And I really love to do that in my yoga practice because it's a really great practice that helps us put it into play in real life. Right? When life gets really chaotic and our to-do list starts to build, can we kind of settle in some of that chaos and just find some stillness, bring some balance, some harmony back into our body, back into our mind. For me, with everything happening right now throughout the world, throughout our community, it is something new every day to process, to take in. We've never lived this day before. So there's a lot of processing taking place, and I find the best way to process new information, to deal with the overload of news out there today, is to move the body. Let's close out our practice all together. We'll take that nice full breath in through the nose, fill up. Don't rush the inhale, let it rise to the top, pausing for a moment, and then open the mouth, let it go. Wherever you find yourself today, this morning, whatever you need to do, make today a great day. Thank you so much for sharing your morning with me. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. From the light in me to the light that I feel in all of you right now. Namaste.